Yo guys, Max here. Today we are talking about Owen Cook. Owen Cook, or RSD Tyler, you name him the way you want to. Today we are going to have a look at some of his old Infield footage. You cannot imagine how hard it was to find some of his Infield footage. Before we get into it, I just want to say that I have a very positive opinion of this guy. It's pretty much the guy who carried me through my young years trying to understand how women work and how success with women work. Without this guy, I wouldn't be any good with women. So yes, I am very biased, but I am going to explain to you why I am biased. Watching this guy didn't really teach me techniques to talk to women, but it's more about the mindsets that he helped me figure out, because those mindsets are really what unlocked everything. With the right mindsets, you will naturally be pushed to do certain things that work, and it will be even easier to do them. If you have the wrong mindset, it's not going to be very useful, and I really like to watch this guy a while ago because he always put me in the right mindset. If it became so easy for me to meet girls at night to the point it looks effortless and natural, and that most guys who watch me do it, they just say, oh, it's because of his looks that girls go with him. To reach that point in game was not easy, but watching him helped me a lot. It helped me become more natural when going out to women in places where I can't actually talk, which is usually what other coaches like Mystery advise you to do. You go to a bar where it's fun, but it's not so loud that you can't talk, and then you use verbal game and you use techniques, and the truth is that, okay, those work. You can have a look at my previous video, but in practice, if you have the right mindset, you're just naturally going to do whatever you need to do without having to think about what to talk about. You're just going to get it when it comes to polarity, when it comes to being man to woman, and when it comes to leading towards what you want or moving on to another girl if it doesn't work. Basically, what this guy did for me, and what I assume he's still doing to this day, is teaching guys how to become natural. And so in a sense, you not naturally learn how to do natural behaviors naturally. In other terms, you put yourself in a situation where you will learn by yourself what makes a guy naturally attractive to women, as opposed to learning canned lines and techniques and pretending to not care about the girl and overthinking signs of interest. Does she touch her hair? Does she turn her body away? All this bullshit that's kind of irrelevant when you really naturally feel what women respond well to. Now, again, keep in mind, full disclaimer, it's not because there are things that are natural that you cannot optimize everything. I'm not telling you that what works best with women, what we're going to talk about, what we're going to see, what I do and what Owen does. I'm not telling you those things are dumb and brainless. There is a logic behind it. But the mindsets push you to be a more naturally attractive guy who takes action. Now, with a little bit of knowledge, you're going to optimize this action, but the core is the mindsets that are going to make you a natural with women.
Where are you from? Skeleton. Indiana. Hi there.
Hi.
I saw you. And McDonald's. I saw you. Yes, and I had to tell you, I don't believe in work.
Yeah?
Nah. Okay. My thing. Are you guys, how do you know each other?
We work together.
What kind of work? Don't say Applebee's.
Strippers.
Do not say fucking stripper. My last girlfriend was a stripper.
Yeah? How
Yes.
does that work?
Ew. Blah. Have you guys ever kissed each other before?
No. No.
Are you fucking lying to me?
No.
You're fucking lying. Who have you ever kissed a girl before?
Yes.
Have you?
So you just watched a guy randomly pick up two girls walking on the street, bringing them inside the McDonald's and bringing them outside of the McDonald's, about to make out with the two of them. It's pretty good. First, what other pickup artist guru on YouTube is able to do this? You tell me. I don't know anyone. I do know guys in real life who can do that. I can't do that, but I don't know any YouTube guru who can do that. And I'll go as far as to tell you that guys who can do that watched this guy 10-15 years ago. But enough with the glazing, let's have a look at what exactly happened to break it down. He opened two girls with energy, and by leading the conversation, he was not hesitating, his body language was good, and he was leading them away, pulling them somewhere that implies value. Now, it's very important to understand and dissect that, because if you try the same, it's very unlikely to work. You have to have a bunch of things that align to make this work. For instance, you open the girls with energy to signal to them that you have value to share. And really, this is not about what you say, okay? This is really about your attitude and your behavior and your vibe and your energy. And that's why it's so important to have the right mindset, because if you are in the mindset of, I'm gonna try to do the pickup thing, I'm gonna try to get with those two girls, I'm gonna try to lead them somewhere, it's not going to work, because your mindset is focused on what you can take from them. Girls are going to feel it, it's not gonna work. But if your mindset is to share fun with girls and eventually to try to lead this to something romantic or flirtatious or sexual, if you do this, it's way more likely to work, because then you come in with the vibe of giving to the girls, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. But because you come with that vibe of giving energy and leading and making something engaging happen, because you come with that energy, girls are going to be way more receptive. I think that's a lot of things that the current dating advice misses. It's not about trying to use techniques and lines to convince the girls to go with you, and it's not about just being a friendly entertainer who's just nice and platonic and tame. No, it's about a middle ground between the two. You are fun and you are friendly and you are making something engaging to the girls happen, sure, but you're also clearly leading towards something flirtatious or sexual. Most of what you see online is either super optimized pickup behavior to make sure that 100% you're never needy, which is a mistake in my opinion, because it's just fake behavior, or it's the total opposite. It's going up to girls, being super fun, super friendly, and that's what young people call having riz, but in reality you get friend zone 95% of the time. No, that's not what works. What works is what just happened there. You are 100% vibing with your own fun. If it doesn't work, it doesn't matter, but you bring that fun and that vibe and that energy and that engaging feeling towards girls that you find attractive, and you try to lead them somewhere. If it doesn't work, everyone had fun anyways. If it works, everyone had fun, and on top of that you get the girl. Anyways, long story short, he's leading the girls inside of the McDonald's because he has a good vibe and a good energy, and he communicates that he has value to share. If his behavior didn't communicate that he had value to share, the girls would never accept to go with him into the McDonald's. And that's where you have to be smart. That's where you have to look at female psychology and the underlying frame. Again, it's not a guy coming in trying to take value from the girl. It's a guy coming up to girls and communicating to them with his vibe and his energy that he's going to lead them to another place that's more fun, that's more engaging than not being with this guy walking on the street. And you gotta understand that when you meet a girl, she's gonna make this split-second decision of, okay, here is a new person. Is there more value going with this new person than by doing the thing I was already doing? If this person comes in with a good vibe, there is more value to go with that person than not. If this person is coming with the vibe of trying to take sex from me or trying to get validation from me, it's not going to work. Another very important thing that you can notice is that from beginning to end, he is leading the conversation. He is not giving them space for them to say whatever or to carry the conversation or to engage him or to add fun. No, he's taking those girls and he's leading them from A to Z. It's not him waiting for their input, okay? It's him leading and making something happen. The only thing that they have to say is yes or no. Notice how he's not trying to say things that sound smart or fancy or attractive or non-needy or super cool. No, he's just going with his vibe, and it's through his energy that it's communicating that he's attractive, because his body language is good, he's not hesitating, he's not nervous, the way he's leading is good, not only physically but also verbally, because he doesn't run out of things to say. Through his body language and his sub-communication, he's saying all the good things he needs to say. Basically, he's not showing the materialistic qualities or superficial, obviously visible qualities of an attractive and high value man, but he's 100% showing the behavior of an attractive man. And if you understand female psychology, you know what women will pay more attention to a guy's vibe and behavior in order to determine how high value and attractive he is over things that are more superficial, or how much money he has, or how much money he says he has, because the behavior is a more honest signal. He's not displaying high value because of the things he says or the things he shows. He's displaying high value because of the way he is. And once again, the way you are, it all comes down to the mindsets that you have, that you then optimize with whatever you do. But remember, it all comes down to the mindset. Anyways, Let's watch another Infield.
You, miss.
Yes.
Bang. I saw you, and I had to tell you
What?
that, whoa! Did I violate the rule? Look at this.
What?
The 7th rule is
What's that?
grab the friends. I missed the 7th rule.
You missed the 7th.
Yeah, see, it's how to move a girl like right away.
Erica, like over here.
But I missed the 7th rule.
Oh,
It's nice to meet you, by the way.
So that's very funny because he's picking up a girl while explaining how to pick up a girl, which is another proof that your verbal game doesn't matter for shit, at the very least in an environment like that at night. So yes, the friend pulled the girl away. That's one thing, you can't really control that, besides opening the friend also, like he mentioned in the footage right there. What's important though is the way he opened the girl he liked. He grabbed her hand, it was firm, it was strong, but it was not preventing her from going away, or even if it was holding her back a little bit, it was obviously playful. He was smiling, he didn't try not to walk with them when the friend was pulling away. Always remember that the friend will always have priority over you, so always try to make a friend of the friends who are potentially trying to cock block. But it's not because there is initial resistance that he's gonna be frustrated or upset. No, he stays fun, he walks with them a bit just to see if there is an opportunity, if the girl he likes is actually interested and engaging back. Now in a situation like that, when the friend's pulling the girl away, if the girl you tried to open likes you a little bit, you try to close her quick a little bit, because again, if the friend is against you, there is nothing you can do. Maybe the friend's upset, maybe she's like kind of fat and she hates that she's never the one being approached, so she pulls the friend away because she's kind of jealous. You don't know, you can't do anything about it, you control what you can control, you talk a little bit to the friend that you like and you try to close her. I remember this happened to me when I was in Spain, in Barcelona. I would approach a girl who was super attractive and I can see in her body language that she's attracted as well, but immediately as soon as I start the conversation with her, the friend comes in and literally calls me out for approaching a girl in public because she was very feminist, very against men, all that stuff, all that nasty stuff. But the girl I liked was still locked in with me, so I had an opportunity to have a little bit of a conversation with her before the angry feminist friend pulled her away. Just a piece of advice for you, always make friend with the frustrated, uglier friend.
What kind of Latino are you? Mexican?
Why would you do that?
I don't know. A lot of them in Cali.
Actually, I'm about to go to date, so
Yeah?
yeah.
I've never seen a girl like you that worked hard before.
I
Most
know.
bitches like you are fucking lazy as shit, irrationalized. Are you sure you're not one of those?
See, I don't like to try to be like the basic bitch where they're just fucking lazy. I like to fucking work.
You watched the Tony Robbins video?
No.
You did, didn't you?
No.
So you watched the Tony Robbins video. I have a theory that everybody has like multiple cells like buried up in their head and they come out at different times.
I think this is very interesting because whenever I go out with a guy who has trouble coming up with things to say, this is the exact problem. He thinks that what he wants to talk about is not interesting enough to be worth saying to the girl in front, as if saying what he has in mind is either going to be not interesting for the girl to care to engage in the conversation, or he doesn't believe in it enough to throw it in the conversation with enough energy to engage the girl. It's usually the two main problems I see. Now, what Tyler does, of course, is very good. He is completely silly, completely obnoxious, but the girl likes it because, again, what matters is not the words that are being used. It's not the topic that's being discussed. It's not how much you push and pull to try to get the girl to chase you. No, it's totally fucking irrelevant. What matters is the vibe and the intent behind what the guy does. He's trying to flirt with her, he is physical, his body language is confident and not nervous. Of course, if the girl wants to meet a guy and she finds him at least a bit attractive, she's gonna be receptive to it. It's mathematical at that point. Now, let's be fair, it's not going to work on every girl, far from that, but it's going to work on every girl who is interested, and that's kind of the point. A girl who is a no, nothing is going to change her mind. But a girl who's a maybe or a yes, this is the behavior that works. It's not canned weird pickup lines to try to flip her and get her to chase. In a situation like that, you usually have two types of guys. You have the guy who's gonna be super nervous and he doesn't know what to do, so he does nothing. He kind of stands next to the girl, and as a result, the girls feel zero engagement. They feel nothing. They don't feel the presence of the guy, and they quickly move on. Or you have the total opposite, and you have the guy who's gonna try super hard to be smooth, and who's gonna try super hard to get the girl to chase, and who's gonna try super hard to try to have a conversation with a girl in a place where obviously it's too loud to talk or not comfortable enough to talk, or the girl just wants to dance or to have fun, she doesn't want to talk. The point is, you don't need to be afraid to talk to the girl, but at the same time you don't need to try too hard either. Showing your interest while leading the conversation and having fun is good enough. If she rejects you, it's not because of you, it's either because you did something really stupid, but in this case next time you can notice and not say the silly thing, or because you were too nervous and you faked being yourself. And here, okay, I'm not telling you, bro, just be yourself and you're gonna get girls. No, I'm telling you to go with the mindset of expressing yourself even if you might get rejected. Based on the reactions that you get to your actions, to you being true to yourself and genuine, you're going to calibrate and think, okay, I did this, I was being myself, I got rejected. Is it because I did something that was received wrong by the girl in front of me because I made her feel a certain way that's not good? Or is it just because the girl was not open to meet a guy like me? Because at the end of the day, it's not very complicated. It's either you act on your intent with congruence, that is to say, you think about something and you go fucking do it, or you try to hide your true intent by not doing anything, or by trying to compensate with like pickup artist techniques or lines to get the girl to behave in a certain way. But this doesn't work as well. And see, to tell you the truth, this especially doesn't work with a very attractive, high quality woman, and you don't even need to do that with those women. Now you can also notice how he was escalating physically with the girls, and he was not afraid to go for a rejection. Your standard seduction pickup artist guy would make very careful moves to never appear needy, to never show his interest, to never give the girl a clear opportunity to reject him. But in my opinion, this is really not the way to go about dating. Maybe this worked 20 years ago, it doesn't work anymore. What works way better now is to go up to a girl, to be 100% real with your intention, that is to say, to flirt with her because you find her attractive, and if she's not receptive, you move on to the next. While you do so, you try to have and to share as much fun as possible. And the advantage is double, because on one hand, girls follow your lead because they enjoy the good vibe that you provide, and if it doesn't work, you don't spend hours or days or weeks stuck on the same girl who is stringing you along. Because, okay, guys are going to say that the pickup artists are very good and very smooth and they get with very hot girls, but what they don't tell you is that for every one very hot girl that pickup artists get with their smooth techniques, you have the 9 girls that they spend tons of money on, that they invite on so many dates, that they spend days texting, that they try to ask out so many times, and in the end, it's such wasted time and effort that you could spend on being way lighter with more girls that you would meet. Honestly, I know it's going to upset a lot of people that I say this, but I've tried both, and I'm saying this because I know you could spend a lot of effort and a lot of time to try very hard with certain girls, or you can spend way less effort, enjoy yourself way more, and just go from girl to girl while sharing a lot of fun, while being your most attractive self, until you find some who are willing to go with you. If you do this, the vibe is going to be super fun and super smooth. If you go with the PUA ways, it's never going to feel enjoyable talking to women, and in my opinion, it kind of defeats the point, because it leads you into relationships where if you don't perform, the girl is not going to enjoy her time with you, and since anyways you can't perform forever, or else you're gonna be exhausted and you're gonna resent the woman you meet anyway, why not just having fun and enjoy yourself while meeting girls? Because it works exactly the same, like you invest the same amount of effort to get with the same amount of hot girls at the end anyways. Why not do that, and why try so hard to perform and to use techniques in front of girls? Anyways, the rant is over. At the end of the day, I really like what he does, and I think it really shows that you have two possibilities. You learn how to genuinely be your most attractive self and be smart about social situations and the way you lead your interactions and female psychology. Are you just fake being attractive and you learn lines and techniques? But I can tell you from experience, this doesn't work as well. This doesn't get high quality girls and it makes you feel like shit. Anyways, that's pretty much everything for this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, tell me what you thought about it in the comments below. Consider subscribing if you want to see more, and I will see you guys next time.